My name is Jules Lejeune. I'm the Managing Director of Finat, and I've been in that role for the last 15 years. We're at the beginning of the second day of the Finat Congress, which we organized together with VSKE in Munich. A few presentations to go, and then we'll be ready for the next event, which is taking place in Brussels in September. Labelexpo, the largest trade exhibition in the industry. And we're really looking forward to that because it always gives a boost to the industry. Yeah, the label industry over the past 1.5 to 2 decades has actually doubled its size, and which is a tremendous achievement. You can imagine that some industries were not there 2 decades ago, and I'm thinking about the mobile telephones, internet, email, everything that has to do with online commerce. New industries developed, but our industry developed half of its size over the last 2 decades. The linear growth trends that we've seen since, let's say, ages until mid of the last decade have disappeared. We had a growth rate of 1.7% last year, which meant that our industry achieved a volume of almost 6 billion square meters. Obviously, our industry has been suffering from the economic downturn that has characterized the last 5 years. Our industry is always a good indicator of economic development because we are very closely related to a lot of industries, and that meant that obviously we have also been more volatile and more receptive to economic concerns. Nevertheless, Eastern Europe is growing, is an emerging market, and is more than offsetting the slowdown that we've seen in Western Europe. We've also seen strong growth in non-paper-based materials, which are now 1/4 of roll label materials. There's a lot of potential in these areas, which will drive the industry forward for the next decade or so. So our industry is facing a lot of challenges at the moment. The challenge is not just the short-term concerns about the economy and business confidence and consumer confidence, but also longer-term concerns. From the environmental perspective, we obviously have a big issue with our sustainability initiative, our recycling program, which we are trying to promote throughout Europe. But there's also a challenge in terms of generation change. We see a young generation coming up, and Finat has actually set up a young managers club that helps the development of a new generation of industry leaders. At the same time, we see the founders and first generation leaders going into retirement. What are they going to do with their business? We see challenges from the customer perspective, technology challenges, which we've discussed at our conference. And actually, Finat is there to address all these issues, to bring the industry together, to allow them to develop and nurture their network, to learn from experiences throughout the industry all over Europe, which characterizes Finat as well. We are really the international platform for the industry to meet, discuss and develop new ideas and visions of the future. So Finat is really a binding factor for the industry.